All right, so we're going to make a quilt, class quilt, and we're going to do it. We're going to have these nice big cougar prints here that I've given you, and here are just some ideas, because what we're going to do is we're going to think of all the different extracurricular activities that we can do here at school, and we're going to represent that in a cougar paw. So I've got the mathletics, library club, Mock Newberry, art club, international club, Stuco. These are just a few of the things that we can do here at school. So what we're going to do is you're going to pick out something. You're going to get this sheet here. This is just a little thin piece of felt so that we can color with crayons really well and not have the texture of the plate or of the table. And then we're going to use these special crayons, and these are Crayola fabric crayons. So we have to use these special crayons. You cannot use any other ones. Okay, now if you are going to do, like, let's say I do the mathletics one, so I want numbers on the back. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to write backwards, and you're also going to have to do this when you write your name too. So in order to get words on here, you have to write them backwards, and the easiest way to write them backwards is actually flip your paper over and write it on this side. So I'm going to write Mrs. Kuhn, because we're all going to write our name in the corners, and see how it shows up on this side. And then I'm going to write my numbers just as I would normally. And since some math symbols have to be certain directions and certain ways, I'm making sure that I'm just going to go ahead and draw all my math symbols here on the back of my board. Alright, then when I flip it over, it shows through the back. Now this is a very simple design. Obviously you can have a more complex design, but remember we're only going to be working on this for this one day. I'm going to go through now. I'm going to draw over it, and I want my line to be nice and thick. Really push down when you color this in. Might have to go over it a couple times. And then when you're finished coloring, make sure you trace your name so that you have signed your name and it's all backwards. Then you're going to turn it in, and an adult will iron this. Now I'm going to fast forward through the ironing because we actually have to iron this for about 4 minutes to really set the color, and we have to test and check and make sure and go slowly. But once it's all done, then the adult can take off the paper and you get the paper back. And we get to use the fabric for our quilt that we will be making. As you can see, it has ironed on to this nice fabric here.